Jokic has probably done one of the best jobs with his body as any big guy in the league, and they just try to physically come in and just knock you off your keister. So it's going to be a physical inside game. They run the floor. They're active. They're very skilled. They have a nice young team, very talented team. I think by the end of the year, they'll be one of the top teams in the West.
What do you see in terms of Jonas's sort of his role going into this game tomorrow? Like, does he have to out-physical them?
No question. Well, he's got to, outrun him, the way he did Drummond. I thought he did a good job of outrunning Drummond and beat him to the spot. Second, then once he gets there, he's got to hold his position because they're coming with force. They're going to come and try to power drive you out of your position, out of your way, and then here comes Fareed, and once you're trying to wrestle with Jokic or Nurkic, and here comes Fareed from getting his tip in. So our job is going to be really one of physicality in the paint, protecting the paint, and it's going to have to be a five-man job. The guard's going to have to come in and help and sandwich and help our bigs out because they're coming.
You've had a huge advantage rebounding-wise in both your games so far. This team looks like they've done the same thing to both of their opponents as well. I mean,
no question. That's going to be the story for tomorrow night. Who wins the boards? Gallinari's playing at a high clip, scoring. He always seems to play well against us. So our work will be cut out for him. It's going to be a good matchup for Damari, a tough matchup for him. So they're very, people looked at them last year and said, well, how did you lose them twice? But they're a very talented, skilled team that I think is underrated just because they're so young.
For a young kid like Jamal Murray, a scorer, and a guy who's got pretty good confidence in his game coming in, how tough is it to make that transition as sort of an offensive player to the speed of the NBA?
It is. That's very difficult to do. You got to have some intellect for it. We're going your way. He's a very intelligent kid. He's going to be a nice young player also. His speed with the basketball, his ability to shoot the ball. Once he get, like you said, Josh, to understand the speed of the game and angles and personnel, understands the league. After he goes through it a couple of times, he's going to be a really, really effective player for Denver.
Back to the rebounding. I know generally you prefer guys to get back in transition defense rather than sending an extra crasher. With how fast Pascal is, do you maybe think about getting more aggressive with him?
You got to get back. No, I'm not changing on that one. I mean, that's age old, and I do believe in getting back, especially like I got on Pascal today. He was at the three-point line. He tried to run in, and then you're going to try to get back. It's never going to happen. I don't care who you are. You're not going to cover both. And the percentages, if you're under the basket, you're right there, yes, go ahead and get the board. But if you're outside, spaced out, and you're going to try to run and get an offensive board and then get back, the way this team runs down and tries to bury you in the paint, it's not going to happen. And it's been age-old tested. San Antonio was kind of the first one that did it, because so many people go on the offensive board. It is for me, a true philosophy to have.
If he does do it, is that one of those hard mistakes that you've talked about with him where,
No, it's not from a three-point line, it's not a smart mistake.
But maybe it's the dunker spot?
If he's in the dunker spot, okay, yes, I'll give you that. Give him that. But I want him because, again, he's going to be guarding those stretch fours, running to the three-point line at the other end. You're not going to get there. If you're in there, get tangled up. We had one clip there last night where we had Cal in the middle of the fray, DC going to the board, Pascal coming in from the three-point line, and boom, lo and behold, there they go on a jailbreak going to the other end, and we can't get back and get matched up. And we've done a good job. I forgot where we were in transition defense, 3 or something like that. So our mentality's been good. I'd rather get back and get my defense set. But if he's in there at the charge circle or maybe in the dunker, and you feel like you got an 80% chance to get it, go ahead.
You just better get back.
You better get back because you're going to be in trouble. And, that's one of those that you have to just make sure you play your percentages and have a good feel. And some guys can do it. Some guys, I haven't seen too many of them yet, can do both.
Well, Denver's the other way, though, right? I mean, they 16 offensive boards last night, I think it was.
Well, a lot of theirs is because they're so big and they're right there. But then I like to see what they're giving up on going the other way.
Yeah.
So, but again, some of that is Fareed. You have an elite, but he's not coming in from the three-point line. He's already down there in the mud, and all of them are. So that's the difference, and I think that's what he's asking. If he's outside coming in, you got to get back. So.
seems like a lot of the shots that Jonas missed the other night, the 5 for 15, were sort of chippies around the basket, tip-ins off of offensive rebounds. What can he do? What should he be doing to clean that up a little?
Well, there's just rhythm, multiple games, the speed of the game, the talent that he was going against the other night. You know, Tristan's an elite rebounder, elite shot blocker. Excuse me, it'll be good. It'll be okay. I'm not worried about our offense. Some of the shots, I was more worried about our spacing, more so than the missed shots, because I do know some of those shots are going to go in, and JV's not going to miss some of those chippies that he's been missing. He's just got to keep working on them, and the rhythm of the game will come.
Did the film back up? You really looked active on defense the other night.
The film backed it up. It did, and it also backed up our offense. Our spacing was a problem. We got two guys standing next to each other, not in the spots where they should be, not giving the ball room to breathe, and that was our issue. And then, like Josh said, we missed a lot of chippy, wide open shots that we normally make. You put them in here in the gym, and they're going to make 9 out of 10 of those. So I'm not as concerned about that. We just got to continue the defensive focus and doing the little things defensively as we did the other night.
In terms of the spacing, I know it's sort of simplistic in the sense that a lot of those shots are shots that usually go in, but when you have only, like, I guess 3 or 4 major three-point shooting threats in the rotation, how important is it for those guys, Terrence, Pat, Kyle, Damari, to be knocking down the shots?
It's always important. You know, and it's something that is almost you can't force. You can say, make it, try to put them in position to make it. But shooters never forget how to shoot. We have faith in them, confidence in them that they're going to continue to make those shots. But again, what will help those shots even more is having the proper spacing and not have two guys standing next to each other where one guy can really stunt or be there close to affect the shot, and you're even more open than what we were. The 2 plays in a row, just to give you an example, the spacing was good. We didn't call a timeout. We rushed it down. Pat gets open, 3 wide open. They have the same issue. They don't call a timeout. They run down. Kyrie Irving's wide open. He makes his. And as simplistic as it is, it's a make and miss lead. And, you just got to believe, your three-point shooters got to believe and continue to take the same shots with confidence and step into them.
Can you at least blame the spacing on your young guys? Or
No. It's just a lot of old guys, falling asleep and standing next to each other and not relocating quick enough. And again, some of it is Cleveland's defense. They've got some elite defenders on their team, and J.R. Smith did an excellent job the other night being physical and grabbing and holding and getting away with it. So
he got away with one good one, didn't he?
Well,
right at the end.
I like my money, so
How can they find you for it?
I rewound it about 10 times. So, and it was a tie game. It was crucial.
Yeah, it was crucial.